Master Sergeant Raul Perez Benavidez was a member of the U.S. Army Special Forces who received the Medal of Honor for his actions in Vietnam on May 2, 1968. In 1965 he was sent to Vietnam as an advisor and stepped on a landmine during a patrol. With his leg almost completely destroyed, he was evacuated to the United States where doctors concluded he would never walk again, and began preparing his medical discharge papers. As Benavidez, stung by the diagnosis as well as flag burnings and media criticism of the U.S. military presence in Vietnam, he saw on TV, he began an unsanctioned nightly training ritual in an attempt to redevelop his ability to walk. Getting out of bed at night against doctors' orders, Benavidez would crawl, using his elbows and chin to a wall near his bedside, and with the encouragement of his fellow patients would engage in his own exercises. After over a year of hospitalization, Benavidez walked out of the hospital in 1966 determined to return to combat in Vietnam. Despite continuing pain from his wounds, he returned to Vietnam in 1968. On May 2 of that year, a 12-man Special Forces patrol, which included 9 Montagnard tribesmen, was surrounded by a NVA infantry battalion of about 1,000 men. Benavidez heard the radio appeal for help and boarded a helicopter to respond. Armed only with a knife, he jumped from the helicopter carrying his medical bag and ran to help the trapped patrol. Benavidez distinguished himself by a series of daring and extremely valorous actions. And because of his gallant choice to join voluntarily his comrades who were in critical danger, to expose himself constantly to withering enemy fire, and his refusal to be stopped despite numerous severe wounds, he saved the lives of at least 8 men. During the battle, an NVA soldier attacked him and stabbed him with his bayonet. Benavidez pulled out the bayonet, then yanked out his own knife and killed the soldier, leaving his own knife in the enemy soldier. After the battle he was evacuated to the base camp, examined, and thought to be dead. As he was placed in a body bag among the other dead U.S. soldiers, he was suddenly recognized by a friend who called for help. A doctor came and examined him but also believed Benavidez was dead. The doctor was about to zip up the body bag when Benavidez spit in his face, alerting the doctor that he was alive. Benavidez had a total of 37 separate bullet, bayonet, and shrapnel wounds from the 6-hour fight with the enemy battalion. Benavidez was evacuated and he eventually recovered. He received the Distinguished Service Cross and 4 Purple Hearts. On February 24, 1981, President Reagan presented Roy P. Benavidez with the Medal of Honor. Reagan said, "If the story of his heroism were a movie, you would not believe it." This hero passed on November 29, 1998. To read Master Sergeant Benavidez's full account of his actions, plus over 30 more heart-stopping war hero stories, please check out our latest book, Giant Killers, War Heroes and Special Forces Legends, available now on Amazon and on Barnes & Nobles.